Okay, so we're going to go back to the early 1990s for this one. I believe it was 92. It might have been 93. Anyway, whichever it was, I was with my friend Edwin, not his real name. And Edwin had a friend who I'll call Dr. Bob. And Dr. Bob and his wife had this boat, not a sailboat. It was a power boat, a large boat. I don't know anything about boats. All I know is it had a bow, it had a stern, it had a steering wheel of some kind, and it had a motor. But it was a nice boat, big boat, could easily hold probably at least 10 or 12 people comfortably. You go out fishing, you go out diving, whatever. It was a nice boat. Okay, so that day we were going to go out to the Channel Islands, which is basically just off of Oxnard in Southern California, and right off the coast here. And we're going to go out and shoot some video for a project, something Edwin was working on. I don't remember what it was, but it was necessary for us to go out to the Channel Islands and shoot some footage. So we all got together, we got on Dr. Bob's boat, we went out to the Channel Islands. I think it was Anacapa that we went to. There's 3 islands out there, I think. 3 islands, maybe 4. 3 islands, I think. And one of them is Anacapa, and I think that's the one we went to. So we go out and we pull up to the island, and there's this little ladder, this metal ladder that you can pull up to, and you disembark and you get onto this ladder and you climb up, I don't know what it was, 75, 100 feet up this ladder, and it takes you up to the top of the island. Now, this island is by no stretch of the imagination one of these lovely, lush islands. No, it was very barren, very stark. If you remember those old World War II films of Iwo Jima, remember Iwo Jima, the volcanic rock? Well, that's kind of like what this was. Just very, very rough, very dark, and again, barren and stark landscape. No real plant life, at least not where we were. It was a pretty big island, but we didn't go everywhere. But where we were, it was kind of a cinematically it looked great, but it's not a place you want to take a date to. Anyway, so we run around for an hour or so. We're shooting video. We're having some fun. And when we finally wrap it up, we go back down the ladder. We get back in this dinghy, and the dinghy is, big enough for, as I said, 3 people to get into, and it was all nice and comfy, and we got back to the boat. But then Edwin decided that he wanted to go back to the island, not on top of the island, but around the island, and shoot some other footage. Okay, well, fine. So Dr. Bob stays on the boat with his wife, and Edwin and I go back out to the island. And he's paddling and getting closer and closer to this rock face wall of the island, and I'm watching this island looming up, getting closer and closer, and I'm watching this rock wall that's like 50 feet in front of us. And I told him, I said, Edwin, be careful, you don't want to run into this rock wall, because don't forget, rubber and sharp rock do not really mix very well together. So he's, don't worry, everything's fine, everything's under control. Okay, that's fine, Edwin, that's fine. I'm glad you have everything under control. So we're getting closer and closer and closer to the island, 20 feet away, 15 feet away, 10 feet away, and suddenly we hit the island. We run right into the island. We smack into it, and the next thing I hear is, yes, we sprung a leak. Okay, there's a 2-inch gash in the rubber dinghy, and we're slowly sinking into the ocean. And Edwin is furiously trying to get the water out, cupping his hands and trying to get the water to come out of the boat. Meanwhile, I'm thinking about this piece of equipment that I'm holding, which I don't know what it cost, probably a couple grand back then, I don't know. But, it was a piece of equipment, and I wanted to save it, to rescue it. So I stand up while he's furiously trying to get the water out. I stand up, and I get out of the boat, and somehow, like Spider-Man, I attach myself to this rock face wall. I found a ledge that I could step on. Unfortunately, it meant the water was up to just below my knee. So I'm attached to this wall, holding on to this piece of equipment, and Edwin is furiously trying to get the water out of this dinghy, but he's not having any luck whatsoever. And I can see he's sinking slowly into the ocean, sitting in 7 inches of water. And all of a sudden I hear laughter, this laughter echoing in this cove where we're situated. And I kind of turn and I look, and I can see the boat where Dr. Bob and his wife are, and they're standing on the edge of the boat, and they're looking at us, and they're just laughing hysterically. The laughter was really something. I mean, they were really going at it good. They were laughing pretty good. Then I hear this other laughter, and I look a little further beyond Dr. Bob's boat, and I see a tour boat. It's this tour boat, and there's about, 50, 60 people on the edge of the boat watching us, and they're laughing. And they're saying things, I don't remember what they were saying, but I'm sure they weren't, exactly complimentary. But they're all laughing. So I'm standing up to my knees in water, attached to this rock face, and Edwin is bailing the water out of this dinghy, and he's like up to his chest in water, and he's doing no good with what he's doing. So Dr. Bob and his wife managed to steer the boat a little closer to the island, where we're able to maneuver ourselves and get back onto their boat, and everything turned out fine. The equipment was fine, the camera was fine, the dinghy was a total loss. I was a little bit soaking wet, Edwin was a little bit soaking wet, but other than that, and a little bit of bruised egos, everything was fine, and we got the footage we wanted on the island. We didn't get the other footage we wanted, but it all worked out. And, we got back to Oxnard, and everything was fine. So all I have to say is to my good friend Edwin, hey, buddy, thanks so much. I really appreciate it.